a change in volume, but now my energy is here. So, last time, which was what now, like 3 months ago?
About 3 months, yeah.
Yeah. When I didn't manage to kill you yet, you made your ways out of Shadesmar. You met with some of the Horn Eaters that Leo was familiar with. Some of the people that he had traded with, in fact. You started traveling towards the other side of the peaks, toward the eastern side, towards Leo's home. During that travel, you fought a great shell that managed to almost take down Leo and also break his staff.
Not, it didn't break. It got sent down a pit.
Didn't fall on top of,
Uh-uh.
or was that the other campaign? No, that was the other campaign. So in the other campaign, what happened is that the body of the great shell fell on top of the staff in the hole.
Noise.
Yeah. So you make your way out of the caves after several hours of traveling, and you come out the other side. The light is still shining for now, but you sense that it's getting close to dusk. Make a perception check, everyone.
Instead of doing that, Leo is gonna use his health pool and heal
Oh,
himself.
I, you know, let's just say you had a long rest.
We're,
In
we're
between
saying we
these,
rest.
even though
We're saying
technically
we
you
rested. Okay.
didn't. Yeah. Just for simplicity's sake. These perception checks are really goddamn good, guys.
Then there's me.
Not yours.
I'm distracted by my damn staff.
But you know where to look, so you don't need a high perception check. You turn where your village is in the distance, and something's wrong. Normally, there's, fire, some smoke rising in the air, especially at this time when meals are getting ready to be cooked. However, the smoke that's billowing from the town is just there's too much. You're about a half hour away still from by travel, but it looks like the town is on fire.
This isn't right. We need to hurry.
You cut out.
This isn't right. We need to hurry. And I start off on a fast pace.
All right. Um, what is everyone else doing? All
Yeah.
right.
Also following.
So, all right, everyone is following. So you're going fast, right?
Yeah, fast pace.
I would like for you guys to make a just a dexterity saving throw, just to see if you can manage to traverse the rocky terrain without falling.
That's dex based characters. Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ! All right. So no problem. You guys just managed to rush over the rocks, just jumping, finding the exact right footings to get your speed. You managed to basically make it there in about 15 minutes. And what you see is horrifying. The town is in ruin. Most of it has been completely burned down. You see the charred corpses of villagers all around. There's just some of them that aren't just charred, but cut into pieces. And in the center of town, the top of a beam. Leo, you recognize the figure of your father that's hanging from a spike and hook that has been shoved into his throat. It's jutting out from the jugular.
Leo falls to his knees. And is just like in shock.
That's fair. What is everyone else doing? Make an investigation check. You're not able to find any signs of life. It looks like everyone that was there, Jesus Christ, has fallen. But you are able to find an axe that's made out of obsidian that's very damaged. The head is basically falling off at this point. It looks like it was abandoned when after being used on some of the villagers. Make an investigation check for that.
Leo wants to look around the village, and I'm gonna do it at disadvantage because he's so distraught.
Yep, that's fine.
Perception or investigation?
Investigation. You don't recognize the craftsmanship, but it looks relatively well made.
Leo is slowly making his way. Like, he stood up at this point and is slowly walking, looking for anything.
It is damaged, yeah. It basically looks like it was used with too much force. All right.
No, Heskin, this isn't a place where we live. This is my home.
Yeah, that's Leo's home. You're still a good, I'd say, 2 weeks away from Kolinar. This you go around and you see some of the places when, you know, as a child you recognize some of these places. It's changed a lot in the 300 years, but you get flashes of memory from your childhood in places, and you can't recognize some of these shapes because they're beyond recognition, but there's a lot of hurt and memory in this place. In relatively recent, too. Actually, if anyone wants to try to determine how recent, try to make a survival check for me.
I'm sticking with disadvantage for now.
It's embers at this point. You're not really able to tell exactly how long, but it's relatively recent. You say with that survival check, I'd say you'd think anywhere between the last hour to 8 hours.
Leo just vomits all over.
All right. Yeah, so you can definitely get the body down. That's not that hard. It's been spiked into the beam. But probably get it out. All right. You start. It's mostly smoldering stuff at this point. It's nothing is on fire, but you get some of the embers out. Basically you stop any of that heat. The cat understands the feeling of Leo.
Yeah, basically. God damn it, Ellie. Oh yeah, he's still alive. My fucking ass.
I forgot to ask. All right, make investigation checks for looking for survivors or survival to look for tracks. You can do both.
Leo was just staring blankly at his father's corpse.
All right. You're not able to find any tracks that yeah. Actually, you do find a set of tracks and keep following them, but you kind of keep walking in a giant circle around the town. What the tracks that you found are your own. Yeah. I'm trying this new thing of not making natural ones automatic failures, but, you know, not being good either. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else can also do a survival check if they want. That is significantly better. You actually pick up on a set of tracks that that leads out. The tracks are pretty big, and at one point they vanish altogether. But you do find in the in the ground, almost kind of flattened a bit, you find a copper coin. You don't sense anything.
The footsteps probably go very, very far away.
You don't sense anything within 30 feet of you. Yeah, for now.
Okay, Leo at this point is gonna snap out of it a bit, and he's gonna try and find a weapon.
Make an investigation check. You do have advantage for this because you would know where they would be. All right. You actually managed to find a cellar that's relatively untouched. You break in, and downstairs you find a cache of weapons. Your average stuff. There are some swords, staffs. Basically, standard starting weapon.
Anything similar to what I used before?
Yeah, there is one of those. Yeah.
I'll grab it. And I don't remember. Did I have a +1 or +2 damage enchantment?
I think. Ooh, I don't know. Do you have that on your character sheet?
I do, but I want to remove it. Since I just have a base one.
You had a +2.
It was a +2? Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was... I'm gonna...
Yeah, it was a +2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that makes sense. That's the standard bear damage then.
Yep.
And Leo walks out there with his new staff. Turns to the rest of the party. I don't know about you, but I'm going to find what did this. I understand if you just want to return to Kolinar.
Just for clarification, the tracks were going east as well. Before the ban.
This is my home. And looking towards the body that Heskin laid at my feet. And that was my father. And I head off following the tracks.
Alright. So, you follow the tracks, and just as with Heskin, you arrive at the point where they stop. Unless Heskin picked it up, there's still the copper coin there, slightly flattened. Then it is still there.
What do I need to roll to follow the tracks?
Make a survival check, but also a perception check. Alright. You notice a little bit further in the distance a glint of a similar color, and you see another coin. It's a bit further. It's maybe 100 feet or so away, but you're able to spot it from where you are, and you see that it's basically following east as well. And you can, every 100 feet or so, you find another one. All of them are slightly pressed in.
Can I check to see how fresh the tracks are?
With that survival check, you'd probably guess within the last hour.
Yeah.
There was only one set of footprints, but the footprints vanished and now it's just coins. So you assume it's one, but beyond that, there's no way to know.
Leo is just going for it.
Alright, Leo's following. What speed?
I'd say a normal pace for now.
Normal or fast?
Normal to hurried.
Alright. Everyone else following?
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Okay, yeah. For now, you don't need another tracking with Leah's 17. You're good for a bit. Um, so you manage to follow the tracks or the coins, as it were. At one point, every so often, there may be the coin is silver or gold, and they're all basically pressed into the ground a bit. But mostly it's copper. This person seems to not be worried about their coin, at the very least. Um, make you follow for about an hour, and it's starting to be dark, um, and night is starting to really encroach in. If you push, you're risking exhaustion.
Hmm.
Are you gonna keep pushing?
Hmm. Leo looks to the rest of the party and engages them.
In general, people seem to be pretty tired. It's been a long day of traveling and fighting, and in general, just rough. It's been a rough day.
That's a good question. Do I know who could have done this? It's been quite a while, so I.
Make a history check. All right. So what you know is that sometimes on the peaks war breaks out, but it's relatively rare. And when it does, it's not this brutal. It's not raiding a village and killing everyone. It's generally just skirmishes for a little bit of land for farming or whatever, but not, and at the most, there's a couple fatalities, but that's it. This is different. This is deliberate. And so you can't really, you've never seen anything like this, or at least not on the peaks.
This generally isn't how things are done here. Things are settled not in this manner. Whatever this is, whatever this was, is foreign to the peaks.
It was just Leo's father on the pike, yes.
Yeah, everyone else was burned. Right.
Yeah, this includes children, women, men, everyone.
It was considered as such, yes. Perhaps. An example of what I don't entirely know. If I knew anything, I would be telling you, but it's been hundreds of years since I've been to my home here. Things change quite a bit. This is my birthplace, or was my birthplace. Saw both of my homes, one as it was, one as it will never be.
Wait, so you haven't been home for hundreds of years, and we just coincidentally happened to pass through back here, where your father just died?
So it seems. Path from the Horneater Peaks to Kolinar does generally lead through my village. Previously on my way there, on the summits of Gali, Hoyd, I didn't stop for very long at the importance of the letter, the importance of the summons. Too much. I've been training and being an ambassador for the monks and fighters and trainers of Horneater Peaks. The men and women that you met before.
I don't know if I believe in fate or anything like that, but it's a hell of a coincidence that we happen to be passing back through at this time.
Hey, you want to do it? Okay, do an insight check, yeah.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's telling the whole truth.
Nothing but the truth.
And with that, you'll see that he has a hint of rage under what he's saying as well. Because that was high enough
Okay.
that would probably get that. I agree. And I look to the party again. It's been a long day for all. I think we should rest here. Allow us to recuperate our strength. Then continue on. I look up and kind of judge the time of the day, time of the night. Doubt whoever it is, after doing that, would be traveling much further as well. And with that, Leo kind of takes a few steps away and sets up his camp, like looking towards the direction that they were going, towards the east.
It's a little bit northeast, but yeah, east.
Yeah.
Generally.
He sets up sitting that direction in his normal stance, but
Yeah.
he is keeping watch until the minimum time that he needs to sleep or rest, I guess, which is just 4 hours.
Unless you want to head back to the town, which is now a couple of hours away, especially at the speed that you guys were going, the dead will not be buried. Yep. Oh, they're really far away now.
Yeah, we're like 2 hours away.
Yeah. It's a bit late. Sorry. Alright, so you set up camp for the night. There's a cool breeze as you're still very high up in the mountains. You set up a watch, right?
Yeah, I set up for watch for most of the night. Until the 4 hours that I need to, like right up to exhaustion levels, then 4 hours of rest, then I continue watch.
Yeah. Alright, so Leo, you then take the first watch, so you make the first perception check. Alright. Nothing happens on your first one. Thought. Roll for the second. Yep. You look around. The night is dark, but pleasant, surprisingly, considering how most of your day has gone. But nothing seems to happen, no movement that you can see. Heskin, you get distracted and start playing with the fire for about 2 hours until Leo tells you to go back to sleep and takes over. But basically, you've stared at the fire for 2 hours. Leo, make your last perception check. You're lost in your thoughts, thinking back on your home. And it's distracting you, but you don't see anything. But luckily nothing happens and you manage to get through the rest of the night. You wake up with dawn as you get ready to pack up your camp and go. You gonna keep following?
Yes. The
Alright.
same, I think closer to a normal pace.
Alright. So you slow down the pace a bit, but you still try you still move a bit faster than normal. At a consistent approximately 100 feet, you keep finding these coins still pressed down a bit as if a big weight was pressed onto them. And eventually you see signs of, after a couple of hours of walking, you see signs of a camp that clearly is relatively recent, couple of hours old. Someone that was ahead of you is now on the path again, with more coins going still in the same direction.
I'm gonna investigate the camp to see if there's any sign of like who or what was here. Like if it
Make
was
an investigation check.
if it was the beastkin or if it was like humanoid sort of thing.
All right. You
What
have
what kind?
advantage.
What check?
Investigation at advantage. All right. You look through the remains of the camp, so other than a campfire, um, and the remains of some meat-looking thing that looks edible, so looks probably humanoid in this case. There aren't really any tracks to speak of. It basically follows immediately into a coin, again pressed down.
How big of a camp is this? Can I determine how many people?
A single person.
Single person.
Yep. You do notice one thing that's slightly odd. There are small indentations into the ground where the person slept, or looks like they slept. It looks like they slept on their back, but every couple of inches there's like a circular marking in the ground.
Couple inches.
Like it's basically the size of a coin or so. It's not a coin, or it wouldn't necessarily fit a coin, but all right, you're gonna keep following. All right.
Whoever this is, definitely are powerful because they single person took down my entire village. It just doesn't make sense. How's this one person powerful enough to take on an entire village of hunters and fighters?
Make a let's see, make a nature check. Well, you have heard rumors of this creature, but it's basically a myth, and you don't think it's real, but maybe it is now. You're not sure. It's supposed to be like a legend that Heskin, you have no idea, but but Tsuyi is going like muttering about creatures with big feet. Also, how many natural ones is this for you now? Like, these two.
For the party in general too. Thoth
Yeah,
too.
like it's bad. Today's been bad for you guys. All right, so back on the trail. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So you get back on following the trail, and maybe let's say a few more hours of following. Make a perception check, everyone. Y'all and your checks today. Okay, Heskin, you notice a figure. It's pretty far away, but you notice a figure, humanoid looking, with a pretty ratty cloak, with open sleeves, just kind of look around, look straight at you. You can't see its face. Turn and almost kind of fly away. But not really fly because it kind of dips and then picks up again. And then dips, but it's going pretty damn fast. Heading east.
Do we
All right.
do we see this after she points it out?
You managed to catch a glimpse of this figure disappearing into the distance.
I make chase.
All right. Full speed.
Full speed, make chase. Full
All
full
right.
Leo speed, by the way.
Oh God. All right. Make dexterity saving throws if you're going at full speed. All right.
How many?
Just one for now. Everyone. All right. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys are fine. You're able to not stumble through this chase. You're not quite able to keep up. This thing is faster than you.
Faster than 50 speed?
Yes.
Holy
Because it's
shit.
not touching the ground. Every so often, you notice a glint dropping from it at like a really strong speed. And whenever that hits the ground, the creature itself pushes back up into the air and moves faster after it loses some of its momentum.
About how far away is it? Is it losing? Like, are we losing ground or are we almost keeping pace?
You are losing ground. Yeah, you're losing ground, and it's, I would say, let's say what? It's starting to become like out of sight soon, if the pace is kept.
Thing that I slow and let the party catch up to. Yeah, I slow down and let the party catch up to me.
All right.
Because I'm probably like quite a bit ahead of them even.
Yes. So, you slow down. The rest of the party catches up. A little bit out of breath. Oh God, yeah. It's like
It's probably like
it's
300
several
or
hundred
yeah.
feet away.
Where's that Eldritch Spear when you need it?
Yeah.
Did I get any good view of it as I was chasing after it?
Make a perception check. You weren't quite able to get a good look at it. But it looks humanoid.
And it looks like
Yeah.
it's just
Ratty cloak, kind of disheveled appearance a bit, but you weren't able to spot its face or anything like that. No weapons that you could see.
Don't know how we're gonna catch this thing.
At this point, by the way, you've reached the bottom of the mountains and are a good ways. Not a very far away, but starting to make your way away from the mountain. The coins look like normal coins, like normal copper coins. They're just pressed a bit, and you can gather that basically it uses its own weight somehow to push itself off of these coins into the air. And if you looking at a world map, if you just kind of following where it's heading, looks like it's heading towards Kolinar. If you had to like draw a line. Right, I should do that. Did I never do that? I did not. That's my B. There you go. Full map.
Yeah.
So right now you are at the bottom of the Horneater Peaks. Basically,
About where do you think?
I'll draw a small square. Like basically here somewhere.
Gotcha. You're saying it was generally heading in like this weird direction. Like around this mountain.
Yeah, basically it's a bit further north than the mountains, and there's a small gap right here between two rivers that allows you to get to Kolinar following a path. It seems to be headed towards Kolinar. If no,
I don't know if it's
just remembered.
scared as much as it's. I'm replying to what Heskin said.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's scared as much as trying to get us to go somewhere.
Okay. So, do you continue to follow the coins?
Yeah.
All right.
Continue at a normal pace now.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Yeah, they changed the way hit dice work in the character sheets. Like, it's an updated character sheet, I noticed.
yeah. That is weird.
And you can't do the drop down menu? Like, click on the D8 and do that?
It,
Or the
I'm
D6?
trying. It
Before.
says D8, but then it says D4. Oh, no, I fixed it. It's working. Yeah.
Twice.
Roll20 is a little bit temperamental sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we love it anyways. Also, I don't trust the dice roller on Roll20, but that's just me. I love Roll20 because it allows me to play D&D with my friends.
We basically determined we're going to continue following it, but at a normal pace now.
And that's fair. I mean, it's changed a lot since it launched, and they've improved it a lot. I like it. I have, like, I think close to 3,000 hours in Roll20. It's a good option. But anyways. So, for this bit, we're going to fast forward a bit because you're going to be traveling. You're going to be making your way all the way back to Kolinar. The travels, you're able to keep following the coins, and it seems to stay ahead of you at a pretty consistent pace. If you speed up, it speeds up. If you slow down, it slows down. So it's never more than a couple of hours away from you guys. But it manages to keep ahead.
I take the sword out.
It never really gets into, like, within eyesight of you guys. But when you find its camps, it's always ahead of you by a couple of hours.
No. Just taking it out of the bag of folding or the haversack.
When you do, it complains to you about how bored it is and how you should really draw me, because evil needs to be destroyed, and that one over there
In the middle of the word, I put it
definitely is
away.
evil. What?
In the middle of what it's saying, I just put it away.
All right, yeah.
Because Leo is tired of the spiel by now.
Yeah, that's fair. So you arrive eventually after about a week or two, about a week and a half or so of traveling at a pretty consistent and good pace. You get back within sight of the city. And you start making your way towards one of the gates, and you notice something a little bit odd. There is a figure standing on top of the walls. Make a perception check.
Do you want everybody to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, that's good enough. Um, you notice this figure, and this is going to be an important, standing on top of the wall. A little bit rattier cloak and in general shittier clothing and no axe, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know what song you're listening to. But the eyes are shining, metallic, almost as though they're not eyes. Even in this distance, you realize that this person does not actually have eyes, but has two spikes that have been hammered into its head, where its eyes would be. And it just looks at you before disappearing into the city.
We need to hurry. We need to find if Hoyt is in the city. We need to warn him.
Your next character is gonna we'll talk about it. All right.
Can I tell which direction into the city it went?
It just kind of jumped off the wall. So it's
Gotcha.
hard to tell.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're still on the other side of the walls. All right. Just get some stuff ready.
Yes, but he is the one who has pull in the town that we know. We warn him we could possibly have help. We've been traveling for a while. We don't know if he's back or not. But at this point, it's probably been a few weeks to a couple months of travel.
It's been a little bit under a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can find him.
Mention this properly. Sec. Wasn't sure how long you guys were going to stay in the town, so I didn't actually prepare this bit, but it is ready other than that. I have all the stats, I just needed the map. I mean, what stats? Alright. Also, I don't know why this is, but... Alright! So, you get into the city, and immediately you notice a commotion. There's a bunch of people that are screaming and running from a specific location.
I head towards the location.
All right. You get to this is not, what size is this? I'm sorry, one sec. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah. I also have to respond to a message. There we go. That's correct. Still really pixelated, but I don't know why. I can't help that. Okay. So, you managed to get into a square that you see the form vanish behind a building, but before that, there is a creature that has been spiked to a building, and it's convulsing and growing in an unnatural way. And it manages to rip itself from the building, falls to the ground, and it just starts bashing into the few people that are left.
I go to intercept it.
Alright. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Do we got a map for this? Yeah.
Yes, we do. Roll 20 today is being weird.
Oh yeah, we don't got control yet either.
You don't have control?
Mm-mm.
Jesus Christ, that's not normal. Hold on. Oh, I did it bad.
You copied
Set
the wrong
them on
thing.
map. I set them on the map layer.
Oh, that would do it. There we go.
Because I'm bad at these. Can you control yourselves? Let me
Yeah.
initiative for this thing. So that's...
I keep pushing the wrong button, and I keep exiting out of roll 20.
Okay. That's not the good thing to exit out of roll 20 accidentally over and over again. All right, so by this point, most of everyone is gone. Leo, you're first.
Um,
Heskin has always been see-through, weirdly enough.
I move to here,
All right.
and let me get my character sheet out. I'm gonna swipe at it. One attack.
All right. That hits.
2 attack.
Okay. That does not hit. You go in for the second attack, and it just basically knocks your hit out of the way.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action for flurry of blows and go again.
All right. Going your blows. First attack. Go in, it dodges as you miss with the first hit. The second punch you do hit.
Awesome. Gonna hit, and I'm gonna use one of my abilities to make it fall prone. Dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw. It fails and does fall prone. All right.
Be right back as you guys do your turns.
All right. Next is Sui. Water whips. All right. Go in with your water whip. All right. Yep. Sounds good. That hits. Roll for damage. All right. Open my calculator because I'm lazy. That also hits. Yes, actually you do get advantage because of prone. I forgot. Yep. Yes, correct. Yeah. You can just say that that was for the first hit and roll once again with advantage. Yeah. That does just barely hit. Yep. All right. Nice. Your water whips just hit once. It just recoils and hits again. And it recoils again from the second attack. You Jesus, like rolling ones. You are cursed. Don't ever touch my dice. All right. Now it's this creature's turn, and it's still growing. And you see the skin rip. Alright, sounds good. Rip in places, and it just kind of sews back together, but it's turning blue. So it's gonna get up, and it's
Oh,
now
fuck.
technically large. And it's going to try to pick Leo up, because Leo did a lot of damage. So make a dexterity saving throw, Leo. You sadly fail. And it's going to pick you up and smash you into the ground. So. Alright. So that's going to be 2d8. So that's 14 plus 18 points of damage total. And it's just gonna roar at you guys. Alright. Mendacious.
Okay. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move over here.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna shoot him.
All right. It's a good plan. That hits.
Nice.
All right. Yep. You fire a bolt. It hits its shoulder, and in pain, it drops Leo, who manages to make a dexterity saving throw. Leo? You're good. Who manages to land on his feet.
And then I want to use this right here.
Psychic Blades. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expect one use of Bardic Inspiration and deal 2d. Oh, right. Yeah, so absolutely do that.
Alrighty.
So I think it's 3d6 now?
Mm-hmm. 3d6.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. So roll your additional 3d6 damage.
Oh, am I?
A little
How's
bit.
this?
I mean, it was good for me, but I might have you...
I turned him up too.
Actually, I don't.
Is this better?
Yeah, you're good for me.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you see just where the ball pierced. You see an explosion of small blades come out and deal an additional damage to this creature. All right. Heskin, it is now your turn.
Oh, and sorry, bonus action. I'm gonna give Leo Bardic Inspiration.
All right. Leo, you're feeling inspired by your comrade
How do you inspire
in
me?
arms.
I mean, I just shot this thing for
It was
good amount of
pretty
damage.
inspirational.
Okay.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. All right, yep, that absolutely hits. Holy, yep. All right, the bolt of radiant energy just shoots out of Heskin's hand and pierces its other shoulder, and it roars in pain. I think that's it's anyone's next attack. So Leo, you have advantage on your attack. On your first
Let
attack.
go.
All right, yeah, absolutely hits. All right,
Go again.
hits again. You hit it with your naginata once, twice. All right. Oh god.
Gonna spend another key point.
All
Flurry
right.
of blows.
All right. That hits.
And it's gonna get knocked fucking prone again. Dexterity saving throw.
You need to roll your second hit as well. You only rolled. You've only clear blows is 2 hits.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that for the first flurry of blows. I'm gonna try and make him fall prone.
What's the DC for the second? For the
save? 15.
Yeah, it saves
Okay.
on this one.
Gonna strike again. Jesus, fucking
Oh.
monk shit.
Those are unarmed, by the way.
Oh, Wait, flurry blows are unarmed? I thought they were your.
Always. No, it's unarmed.
Oh well, let me.
That hits.
Yeah, it's the same dice, so I'll just
Yeah, it's the
roll
same
that.
dice.
It's
Yeah.
10 for the first flurry of blows.
Alright.
Second one will. Can we take the same roll since it's the same?
Yeah, absolutely. The modifier is the same, it's just the damage
Yeah.
is different.
11 points, and again, gonna try and knock him prone.
Alright. It saves again. Yeah, it's surprisingly dexterous. Sui. This thing is bigger than it was before. Alright.
Doing that monkey shit.
Alright, yeah, that hits. Yeah, not advantage, but you'd still hit. Alright. Your whip lashes out. And oh wait, that's this. How? I'm gonna double check your algorithm. I know it's correct.
Yeah, you just rolled a 1 both times.
No. 3 times now.
Your damage.
That last attack though goes wide as it dodges to the side, and it retaliates by trying to punch you real hard. Let's see.
Sentinel.
All right, you get your sentinel out. That's cocked. Natural 1. Okay. It go. Yeah, that hits with your sentinel. All right, that sounds good. Tough. All right. As you hit it, it stumbles and cracks its fist into the ground and falls prone once again. Mendacious.
Okay.
If you shoot it, you have disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is this thing looking, by the way?
It's hard to tell because it's still growing and its skin is still ripping. So,
Huh.
yeah.
Alright then.
It's starting to look more like this. Now, this is important.
Oh dear.
Huh. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I have no idea if this is gonna even work. I'm gonna try and cast Hypnotic Pattern on this thing.
Alright. So, it needs to make a wisdom save.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh my
30-foot
god.
pattern. Doesn't that mean we have to do it too?
You can be outside of the cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're making it so that way it's at the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, yeah.
Peskin likes her men's skinned. That's gross.
Wow. Well, that didn't work. And I guess that's gonna be my turn.
You do have a bonus action left. You can inspire
True.
with it.
True. You know what? Yeah, sure. Let's inspire Sui.
Alright, Sui is feeling inspired by Mendacious Hair Flip. Heskin, what will you try?
Bonus action, run away. No. Oh no.
Shatter. Alright. It needs to make a con save, which it fails, so it does take all 9 thunder damage as the ground just crashes around it. Shield of Faith is not a... It's not a cantrip, right? So you can't
No.
cast that.
It's a first level, I believe.
Yeah, so yeah, you can't cast it since you cast Shatter. Yes, but so normally you can only cast one spell and one cantrip in a turn. Yeah.
If the spell is a bonus attack.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the limitation for magic. Otherwise, magic would be really, 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 really too good. All right, Leo, you have advantage on all your attacks because it's prone.
Let's go.
Yeah, that hits. Was it always like that? Because I don't remember it always being like that. All right, yeah, the first hit you managed to like pierce it in. Second hit as well.
And we're doing this again. Flurry of blows.
All right. Fury of blows.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. Fuck yeah. I mean, spellcasters have always been really, really powerful, but in this edition, it's the most balanced it's ever been. All right. You've got one more attack. Yeah, that hits. All right.
Doing that monk shit.
Unleash a furious, just attacks on it. Suyi, it's looking rough. You've got advantage on all your attacks. All right. That hits. You have advantage.
Hero. If we get that natural 20, nope.
That hits. And that also hits. Roll for damage. How? 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 Roll for damage again, and I swear to God, if you roll...
Okay.
Alright. Alright.
Four in a row.
Wow.
You literally have the worst luck I've ever seen in my entire life. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So, the Colossus is going to stand up. And it's going to attack Leo. What's your AC?
19.
It does not hit. It goes in, and you easily just gracefully dodge out of the way as it keeps growing.
Jesus. So how tall
Yeah.
is it now?
It is, pretty fucking damn tall. Mendacious.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
that's a thick-ass boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So.
I would not eat that if I were you.
Think I'm going to.
Let me look on my list of stuff I have. 2 things of human jerky.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Distant Whispers at 2nd level.
Alright, what does that do again?
Does this?
Wisdom save. It fails. So you do 17 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
All right. I would like to give it a headache so bad that it crushes its own skull to relieve the pain.
Yeah, so it starts grasping its head and its hands yelling and yelling and yelling, and suddenly there's a huge, loud, and wet crack, and it stops moving, and it starts just slowly swaying, and it falls to the ground, dead. Alright, we're gonna end it here for today. It's a little bit shorter than I anticipated, but it's a good stopping point.
Christ. What the fuck, Ellie?
It's okay. I've been nice, comparatively speaking.
Yeah, tell that to Leo's father.
I just needed a name. I needed you to think about it and not to worry about it. And then, you know, he's dead. But thank you, guys. I had a lot of fun.